Hi everyone, it's Muriel and I am here with my first episode of Miss Cooper's Coop After Dark for 2014. And I'm right in the crux of, while it's still January 31st, so we'll say this is the one that I did in January 2014. So how is everyone doing? You know how I'm doing. I am like Super Bowl sucked in. Literally sucked in. Today at work it was crazy. There's probably 3,000 employees on campus and there were 2 people dressed as Broncos. And they respectively were booed. And we just had a fun day. It was just camaraderie like you would not believe. We have a huge atrium, so we all came together at 2 o'clock today. And the photographer took pictures of everyone in the deli, up the stairs, and it's 3 stories to the building. So it was just incredible, and we were screaming and chanting and just trying to send some well wishes to our team over on the East Coast. So that was a good day, but I know I wanted to talk tonight to those late night scrappers that are trying to get that last sticker on that layout and put that hot glue gun to those embellishments. When I showed you my haul yesterday, I showed you this Recollection floral embellishment that I had purchased for $1.99. And you remember, these were like $6, $7. So now they are on clearance. And I look at it and I said to myself, I have these items. I have metal embellishments. I have flower petals. I have trinkets. I have word charms. I have all this. So I decided to make, well, I made 2 tonight that I want to show you, but I think I'll make some more. So let me get started and just show you some of the stuff that I used, because you're going to be like flabbergasted, because it's stuff that we have in our stash, I tell you. Oh, and for the record, it's 5 minutes to 12. And who has jazzercise tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock? So I want to do this so I can get myself in the BED. Okay, let's just put this down like that. Okay, so the first thing I do is I start gathering all of the goodies. And here's my little silver tray that my fairy crafty godmother gave to me, Irene. Hi, Irene. And I just kind of looked at this. I mean, when you look at it, you see it has flowers. It has some kind of metal something. It has a card in the background. There's some glitter. There's some other little metal finding back there. So there we go. I pulled out some of these blings that were at Michael's from Jolie's. And a leaf, because I saw that, well, there wasn't a leaf on here, but that flower has some green greenery behind it. So these are Prima leaf that was given to me when a crafty friend, I believe it's Craft Sponge, went to Janelle. She went to, hi Janelle, to the Prima outlet, and she picked those up for me. And I just thought look, I have some of these flowers here. I gathered some of those. These are some handmade flowers that I made. I thought maybe I could use those. Here are some Butterbee scrap embellishments, the leaf and the flower petal. I even pulled out some twine. I went looking for some metal in my little junk jar over there, just some embellishments pieces. And I found, you know, things like this. You know, here's another flower with some silver through it. Teresa Collins, this is a pack that I've never opened, but I pulled those out. I pulled out some Momenta, you know, flower charms, just you name it. Let's see here, Say It With Pearls. I thought those would be cute if I felt the need. And then I pulled out some pretty summer Prima flowers. Now I did use one here, and it was a big beige and orange and multicolor one. So I pulled out some of those. And like I said, I just kind of laid everything out on the tray. I went through my junk jar and found, you know, pieces like this, just kind of whatever. And then I went to my other room and pulled out my, let me show it to you here. Because then I thought to myself, why am I, you know, digging for these scrappy pieces when I do have this little thing here? And this houses all of my nicer flower centers, you know. And of course these can be used as well. So let's move this out the way. So that's what I did, and I just kind of looked at it and thought, okay, I can do this. So my first thought was to find a background, and I did have lots of journaling cards. I'm just going to move this stuff out the way. Lots of journaling cards, because that does look like a journal card just with some glitter around it. So I did have in my stash journaling cards. And I'll show you the package that they came in. So these are Webster's Pages, calendar, and journaling cards. And it may have been in the Webster's Pages warehouse box. So it was like that. I just went into my tag drawer and found these. And these are calendars, so I didn't want to use those. But I found the journaling cards, and they are double-sided. So, you know, a pattern on one and kind of solid on the other. And I kind of thought that was kind of similar to that, right? About the same size. I did have some Prima journal cards, but they were a little bit larger, and I didn't want to go too big with these. But these are really pretty. And, you know, what I would have used them for, I don't know. But for right now, they are perfect. Okay, so I had some cards, and then I just began to place, and then once I placed them down, then I began to glue. So let me show you the first one here. Let's see here. Okay, so there is the first one. And I just used one of these leaves that I got from my flower jar. I keep all these flowers that kind of look like this in this jar. And I put a Butterbee Scrap butterfly on top, and then I used that Jolie bling. This was a hair piece jig-a-ma-jig that I cut the two pieces off, like the sticks, the long part of them, and just made it a little pin, and I just hot glued that to the back. And this is a charm piece that it was on a gift that, not a gift, but it was on a item that Kim gave to me when we met last month. And I just removed it from the box, and I hot glued it here. It has a cute little bling piece right there. And there is a sentiment there, it says sweet, and I took that twine and just tied a knot on both sides so it would, you know, the holes wouldn't just be holes. I have this twine sticking out of them. There's a white petal, this beautiful blue and white polka dot flower, and then there's the leaf there. This is just a little metal finding from my junk jar. And then there's the Momenta flower with another leaf underneath. And then I just took some stickles and just went around the edge. So there's tag number 1. And then my second tag looks like this. And this is another Butterbee Scrap butterfly in the back with the flower on top, and the flower already had the embellishment with the gem in the center, so that was perfect. And then I just took a flower from my stash, put some stickles on it, and you can see the leaf behind there. Here is that huge, gorgeous Prima flower. This little embellishment from my stash, I don't know, it's just my little junk jar. And there's one of the wooden veneers that says purple, and then there's a Craft Supplies one with anchor in the back there. And again, I used some stickles around the edge. See, so these can be duplicated, and they can even be more beautiful. I mean, when you look at them, if I took this one out of the pack, I think you would think that they were all three purchased from the store. So those are my embellished tags, and I hope you like them. And again, it doesn't take much. Flowers, memento metal flowers, wooden veneers, just anything that you think will decorate your tag to your liking. So thank you, and again, I do wish I could do a tutorial, and maybe tomorrow night, but I really need to get myself some rest, and then maybe tomorrow night I can come back and I can just pull some stuff out and we can just make one together. So thanks again for watching this episode of Miss Cooper's Coop After Dark, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.